see just what's working out, Ardy. We've seen Alliance and Fake Cows, surprisingly, of all things, get their spot in the top 4.
The random tanks, they were so close to actually get that last cash out. Not to be underestimated, again, how strong actually random tanks are, but that was definitely a bigger...
The upper bracket in stage 2.
Thank you so much, Jerry. Ardy, I believe this is the first time the two of us are actually on the mic. So this is going to be a quite interesting factor. For you, it's quite early in the morning. I hope your neighbors are okay with you screaming around.
Oh, yeah! It's 3 a.m. and I'm so ready. I don't know if my neighbors are, but they probably are now. It's time to get started as Vault 1 gets progged out by the Random Tongues. I see 5 fears above them. Well, I see 3 people above them. And, well, that means Random Tongues have 5 things to be scared of. The height, the fact that there's 3 of them, the KS-23, a second KS-23, and an Invis XP-54. That's the 5 fears. That's all 5 of them.
All 5 of them. Skywalker's also wiped in the meanwhile, by the way. So while you were reading all of that, we already had a whole team
Skywalker's is dead.
Skywalker's are just gone from the board, like immediately out of it. But look at this, 5 is now hunting down random tanks. They're trying to go down here for the plug. They have the vault into their position. But of course, there is someone running right after them. On the other side, we also have a plug already going on from the side of Tycho. So this one is already being started. And this one is just going to be pulled back a little bit. It may be stalled. This might be on their favor, but also might not be. The first one, Treason, will find a kill. The vault right behind his back needs still to be plugged, and as long as this goes on, there we go, the plug is there, and random tongues are at disadvantage.
Oh, yeah. Robinski almost survives that, but no, this is 5 fears through. Nago's pulling the SA-1216. I mean, this is, Palma said this is the worst gun in the game right now, but Nago's, he says, hey, let me give it a shot. This is pretty crazy to see, and it works out for them, too. 5 fears, they get that. And the other side of it, though, we see Takeo losing control. We jump over to the other cash out. It is now into the Skywalkers. So, Luke's father or whatever. All right, either way. Skywalkers now control that one. Takeo, look at their wounds coming back into this. Pika is going to be able to gather information. That's going to be key as Atelco and OG walk their way back into this. It wasn't a full wipe. They just had to wait for one team member going back in. Now that's happened. The Skywalkers, well, they're going to be still holding up from height as Atelco and OG, well, they're trying to put Pika to the test. Say, hey, you got us that info. What are we going to do with it now? And it's a lot of waiting.
Of waiting, just being patient here, playing, of course, on a very dangerous position. If they do not catch that one, they might find themselves already falling down the map or falling down next to the building. A lot of damages here being taken by the side of Skywalkers. Now the rotation is coming in from the outside of the building. The steal is well being continued. Ochi, it's not taking at all any damage. Great defense, great steal as well by Taiko in the very last second. Skywalkers are not going to have a lot of time here to really bring this one back. It's going to have to be kind of a deep dive here moment for them. But they choose yet again to rotate around. It might just be a bit of a problem.
Oh, they're going to have to force it. But let's see if the force is with the Skywalkers. Doesn't look like Pedrick is with them anymore as he's been taken out by Pika's XP. There you go, Emilian. He's going to go out as well. And now just up to Q. Unfortunately, though, Q is no longer for this world. So that will be Takeo finish off the first one. On the other side of the map, well, it's more of the same. 5 fears putting dollars into bank accounts.
Inner side, so it's gonna be a bit of a contest. Random tanks still standing there, being kind of gate kept here by 5 fears. They don't want to let them just move out of the building. You all know that you don't want to be in that position where you are out of sync with the cash shot. Just creates so much more problems. As they now decide to run away, and Random Tanks is given the space to reset, but also to chase here a little bit. 5 phase, they set up a perfect little trap for them. They're already taking a lot of damage here, but Nagos has been fine. In the meanwhile, a 2v3 has been established. The damage is there. Treason, yeah, again, so deadly with his weapon, but he will be taken out by Roma quite quickly. God damn.
Yeah, look at this, though. Both of the vaults were very close to one another, and now Vault 4 is on the same sector as the active cash out. As Vault 4 hasn't even been opened yet. Now it's finally been tapped, but cash out C started by Takeo, already being stolen by Skywalkers, and they're actually going to be able to hold it, I think? Yeah, they held it all the way through, and now Takeo, well, they're trying to figure out what happened. And well, while they do that, they do take out Emilian and Pedrick. It is Got to have a third party, got to have a fourth party, got to have everybody here, because why else would we be anywhere else? There's a chance, Attic, this gets doubled. Although I think the vault is safely headed towards cash out D. Maybe not safely.
There's always
it's on its way here.
possibilities. Oh god, this is gonna be dangerous if it comes here, but also look how staggered we are. If this does go to the other cash out, we're gonna be minutes apart from each other.
He kicked him! He kicked him off the res!
What a gameplay! It's the exact same people already caused him to lose one special random tanks against fake cows. Look at Treason, man. He's just here to disturb every single play. And look at it, it's been plugged on the other side, but look at the difference. It's so staggered that this is gonna cause so many problems.
Oh yeah, it's going to cause a lot of problems, and what's funny is that it's not solving any third-party problems, although finally it seems that 5 Fears realizes, yeah, it's going to be easier for us to push Hospital if these guys aren't holding Hospital. Random Tongues, for whatever reason, they're going for the rematch up against 5 Fears on Hospital, and then they don't take that fight at Hospital, they take it at Clinic. And now 5 Fears says, hey, you actually are supposed to hold over at Sector 6 the entire time, this is why. And, well, they're going to be giving them a very, very quick lesson. As Nagos and Treason chase them all the way down, we see Carnifex up the top. He uses the glitch to deprime the C4, meaning that it's going to do less environmental damage, which is why he's able to destroy it and not have that cash out drop while he steals. Absolutely perfect. You could say it was pretty clinical.
It was pretty clinical, and they have also gotten the steal now on the other side. It's Skywalkers keeping a hold of theirs. Somehow they've made it all over that chaos to not lose their cash. And very well played from their side. The scoreboard kind of starts to even out here a little bit. Of course, Random Tanks and every other team still has the chance. Maybe steal it away from 5 Fizz. But do they really want to position themselves in the cash that has been staggered quite outside? As we can see, Skywalkers and Tycho moving for the next vault, and Random Tanks attempting a steal on the other side against 5 Fizz yet again.
Oh yeah, it seems that 5 Fears is, well, putting themselves in a very precarious position towards the front, especially with Nagos just front-running with an SA-1216, but I think he's just kind of aura farming here. Random Tongues, unfortunately, not really going to be able to do much without their light to buy them more time, so he will go for the res here, but Zirani, even after he gets the res, I don't think he's going to have a lot of time to rush into 5 Fears' box, but oh, see, Nagos, he's got the Witch SA-1216. I have not seen this since last season, so it's great to see it back alive, but unfortunately, Nagos is not going to be alive. That is Random Tongues at least winning the 1v1. Unfortunately, it's about all they're going to be winning. It's Rabinski now in a 1v2. Carney makes that a 2v0 now.
Wiped. Not doing too great. And again, maybe there's much heat after that 3v3. Maybe this opponent is rather going through, but they still have a very, very small chance. Again, because it is quite even, a singularity of a cash that could put them back into that top 2. Of course, that is then relying on many more other factors. But of course, if they could get a plug, it even better for them. They've been wiped back into the game. Tycho's looking to plug the second box. The first one's been plugged by Skywalkers on the other side. But again, very staggered. Creates a lot of possibilities for third parties. And Tycho is now being pressured by 5 Fizz. 2 have been already eliminated. OG is the last man now standing. Is not trying to make this one a difficult. It's just waiting.
So I'm looking at Vault 6, and I'm looking at who's going to be grabbing it. 5 Fears, they crave chaos. They yearn for chaos. And I see Takeo, it's just OG. It's a lot. Wow, what a throw from Treason. I don't know, though, if Skywalkers want this. So the question is, Dianic, how is this going to play out? This is kind of a slow burn, but I'm watching with absolutely no seat left. I'm off the edge of it already. It's been thrown back over this alleyway. Treason just fighting Takeo yet again. I don't know how Takeo is already on 0 HP. He misses the last shot. Oh, doesn't miss that one. But where'd Vault 6 go? It's still almost there. Only 12 seconds remain for this plug. Do you think they get it?
That's a big question.
Oh, they got it!
But it will get a wipe as well right before that. A bit of an unfortunate moment, but again, both have been plugged, and look at the difference. It is nearly a complete finish one to a complete fresh one. Opens a lot of possibilities, a lot of steal options as well, while there's chaos rising on the other one against Random Tanks and Skywalkers. Random Tanks will be left in a 1v3 scenario, all up to Roma. But there's little to no time left for them to actually steal this one. They're going to have to go back down to a reset. And with 42k Skywalkers, they're safe to go to the next stage of this 3v3. But the second place yet to be decided if it is going to be 5FaZe or Tycho.
Yeah, unfortunately for you and Jerry, the Random Tongues prediction did not seem to pan out. Hey, listen, I'm just don't shoot the messenger, all right? But look at this, Takeo. Okay, actually not Takeo. All right, well look at that. Look at that. Well, 5FaZe, they threw it out. Nagos with his last will and testament, he threw the cash out off of Fortune Stadium, and that was enough of a stagger to be able to bring them in. This is cinema. That's going to be 5FaZe and Skywalkers in a final round. And I am very excited for that because we've seen Skywalkers up against Alliance, and Alliance took it. We've seen 5FaZe versus Takeo. 5FaZe took it. Now it's time 5FaZe versus Skywalkers, Jerry.
Now it is, and that is just going to be cinema. But as we've seen, the Skywalkers, they really struggle when it comes to these 3 versus 3. Maybe they can pull off a fake cows and make the first top 4 of their entire online series. That moment there was beautiful. The kick to prevent the res. Oh, Danny, there was so much going on in that match, though. I don't want to move forward too quickly. What are your thoughts? Absolutely chaotic from start to finish, as Cash Out often is.
It is it's very chaotic, but what I'm very surprised about is genuinely random times. Shocking to see that when it can be at the top of the leaderboard, that the next game they can be at the very bottom, unable to do anything. Every single time they were in